Welcome to the Gulf Coast Fishing Report from Bama Beach Life, hosted by Cactus Jack. Each week we deliver local fishing intelligence, what's biting, where to fish, and how conditions shape the bite across Alabama's Gulf Coast to Pensacola. Turn local knowledge into your next great fishing story. All right, welcome back to the Gulf Coast Fishing Report from Bama Beach Life. I'm Cactus Jack here with my buddy Mark. Boat's been rocking. We just had the Hells Angels roll by on Sea-Doos, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I saw a lot of tattoos I didn't want to see, that's for sure. I didn't know you could have tattoos like that on your back on a Sea-Doo, so, well.
Yeah. Some of them went to precarious areas, didn't they?
I can't even say precarious, so I'm not even really sure what the hell that is.
We decided to bring you a special America 250 celebration edition from our boat today. We'll update you on all the July 4th activities and the fireworks show from around our area in just a bit. Each week we provide you with local saltwater fishing intelligence for Dauphin Island, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Perdido Key, and Pensacola. For the July 4th, 5th, 2026 weekend, inshore trout, redfish, and flounder are the steady base. The surf leans whiting and flounder, and when the water cleans up, you can get on some pompano. Spanish mackerel continue to be the near shore action bite, and offshore bottom fishing is the strongest around our reefs.
Perfect. So now let's kind of get in. We'll hang on to the fish stories a little bit and talk about some of the activities going on 4th of July. Hopefully this airplane's not bothering us too much, but it's just part of the ambiance of our event today.
It is. But we're out here on the sandbar.
Yep.
Right off of Walker Island and Bird Island in Orange Beach. So I hope you guys are enjoying the ambiance.
I know we are, that's for sure. So very nice. So anyway, here's some of the lineup for the 4th of July this weekend from Dauphin Island through Pensacola and most of the major fishing, the fireworks shows through Saturday. In Gulf Shores, the Stars and Stripes celebration runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Lake Shelby with live music, art, food trucks, vendors, and family activities. The Hangout starts its all-day American 250 celebration at 9 o'clock in the morning in Gulf Shores. Fireworks launch from the Gulf State Park Fishing and Education Pier at 9 o'clock. With public viewing around Gulf State Park, Beach Pavilion, Lake Shelby, and the eastern section of the Gulf Shores Public Beach. Orange Beach starts their festivities with a shark run, 5K, and 1 mile fun run at the wharf at 8 a.m., followed by the July 4th live music at Portside. Orange Beach does not have a separate city fireworks show Saturday night. On Dauphin Island, the Veterans Association Independence Day ceremony begins at 11 o'clock at the Water Tower Plaza, and the town fireworks begin at Middle Beach at 9 o'clock. For Perdido Key, the Floribama Freedom Run, which is probably where those Hells Angels were going, probably to the Floribama, by the way. They were going the wrong way, though, so they need to go that way. But anyway, that's a whole other story. The Floribama Freedom Run starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. All-American 4th of July beach party continues throughout the day, and the fireworks are at 9 o'clock. Downtown Pensacola has Firecracker 5K beginning at 7 a.m. The Bayfront celebration runs from 5 to 10 p.m. with food trucks, vendors, family activities, and fireworks over Pensacola Bay at 9 o'clock. The free Symphony Sparks and Stars concert at Community Maritime Park runs from 7:30 to 9:30, and several waterfront venues offer reserved fireworks for the viewing of their guests. On Pensacola Beach, Bamboo Willie's Beach Batch starts live music at 2 o'clock with another performance at 8. Fireworks over Santa Rosa Sound begins at 9 p.m. with the main public viewing area around Whitewater Beach and the Perdido Beach Boardwalk. There are also several firework cruises and waterfront viewing events, so purchase your tickets today. So it should be a wonderful 4th of July. The weather is looking good, and I just wish everybody a happy 4th of July and a good 250 happy birthday.
We're out here celebrating America's 250th as well.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And this is a special anniversary for my shirt as well. I break this shirt out only for July 4th every year. And it has a embroidery here on the chest, and I was looking at the date on it. So this date on this shirt is older than many of our viewers. 1996, so wow. 30 years old.
That's right. Oh my gosh, I wasn't even born yet.
So you're one of our young viewers then, aren't you?
I'm going to tell everybody that until somebody proves me wrong. So
All right, what's working this week? Inshore trout, redfish, and flounder around grass, oyster beds, docks, sand pockets, rocks, protected shorelines, and moving water. Surf whiting and flounder first, with pompano added in when the water's cleaner and bait is in the wash. Near shore Spanish mackerel around birds, bait, and jetties. And offshore bottom fishing around reefs, wrecks, and rigs. Bottom fishing's the main plan this week, with snapper, amberjack, beeliners, and grouper all in the mix. Sand fleas, shrimp, fish bites, spoons, jigs, soft plastics, and live bait all have a place this week when matched to the target species. Top water is the most useful early, but soft plastics, shrimp, jigs, and corks need to be ready when the fish swipes short. The common thread is movement, moving water, moving bait, and anglers willing to move when the first setup goes quiet. What about inshore, Mark?
Inshore and some back bay knowledge. The main inshore fish are redfish, speckled trout, flounder, and black drum. For trout and redfish, start with the shoreline, grass edges, oyster beds, and dock lines, rocks and sand pockets, creek mouths, bay structures, and protected banks all work better than when the water is moving across them. Watch for flipping bait, slicks, nervous water, birds, mullets, shrimp, and or small bait getting shoved out of position. When those signs stack up, fish the area before running past it. Use the low light periods for trout, especially where the bait is already moving. If surface strikes are sloppy, drop below the top with a soft plastic jig, shrimp, or popping cork. For redfish, work shoreline edges, grass points, drains, and dock shade according to the water level. You know, I could use some dock shade about right now too, I might add.
It's starting to get warm out here, isn't it?
It is getting warm, that's for sure. So anyway, for redfish, work shorelines, grass points, drains, dock shades according to the water level. Lower water can pull them off the bank. Higher water can tuck them back against the grass structures or shoreline cover. For flounder, keep the bait low and working deliberately. Sandy cuts, washouts, docks edges, bridge edges, grass to sand transitions, and the current seems to be the place to slow the whole presentation down. One more inshore detail: do not treat every grass line the same. The better one has bait moving across it, a little depth change, and or current sliding along the edge. A pretty shoreline without those pieces can eat up a lot of daylight. Also, just another shout out to one of our best sponsors, Bama Beach Photography. Turns your day on the water into artwork your family can keep. Their coastal photography is built for anglers and families who want more than just a phone picture buried in the camera roll. See the work and let more of the Bama Beach Photography help you out at bamabeachphotography.com.
Thank you, Mark. We'll talk a little bit about fishing on the surf and beach. There are really good beach options for you this weekend with whiting, pompano, flounder, Spanish mac, jacks, and redfish. Whiting are the easier beach fish to catch. Use a simple double drop rig, smaller hooks, fresh dead shrimp, fish bites, or small pieces of natural bait. Start with the inside trough before making the long cast. For flounder, read the beach by how the water leaves it. When targeting pompano, look for clean water, manageable grass, bait in the wash, sand fleas, or coquina showing up, and a cut or trough with movement. For anglers throwing artificials, keep the lure size similar to the natural bait and cover water. Trout, Spanish mackerel, bluefish, jacks, redfish, and flounder can all use the same stretch of beach when the bait fish are sliding through. Don't get stubborn with dead beach water. The Gulf is big, but your patience and your shrimp budget are not. Shout out to one of our sponsors. Dual Tracker helps Apple Watch and Garmin users see steps, activity, and weight progress in one clear daily view. It keeps the useful numbers together so you can check progress without bouncing between separate screens. Find Dual Tracker in the Apple App Store today.
Good deal. Now let's talk a little about some inshore, some nearshore stuff. Nearshore, the fish to watch is Spanish mackerel, king mackerel, and jacks. Spanish mackerel are fast and aggressive and need clean water and bait in the area. Nearshore signs are usually visible before the first cast. Birds over bait, bait spraying, small fish skipping, current edges, and clean green water around passes, jetties, and structure. When the surface gives you that much information, stop and fish it. Spoons, gotchas, and style plugs, small jigs, bucktails, and fast-moving shiny bait all fit the Spanish mackerel program. Speed matters. Spanish mackerel do not reward for a lazy retrieve. Make that spoon look late for work every day. Spanish mackerels also have sharp teeth. Be sure to run your fingers down the leader after the contact with the fish. If it feels rough or cut, please cut it and recast.
Retie. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I got one of those cast ties,
Tongue twister. We have a lot of words on these papers.
Yeah, exactly. Near shore is a timing game. When the bait is up and the water has movement, it can happen fast. When the bait disappears, move on. Around passes and jetties, pay attention to where the current stacks bait. Sometimes the bite is not on the prettier water, it's on the edge where clean water, dirty water, bait, and the current all meet.
And as I mentioned earlier in the podcast, offshore is the place to go this weekend. Mark will talk about weather here in a moment, but the weather's beautiful this weekend, low seas. You'll hear it from Mark, but go offshore and fish if you can. So offshore bottom fishing is where you will fill the fish boxes this weekend. Offshore fish in this week's picture include red snapper, amberjack, beeliner, scamp, grouper, king mackerel, and mahi. When you bottom fish, make the structure prove itself. Reefs, wrecks, rigs, and deeper spots need marks, bait, or current before they deserve much time. Find life on structure, make clean drops, and do not waste time on empty bottoms. A blank screen is not a challenge, it's the Gulf telling you to keep looking. If fish are marking above the bottom, hold the bait where the marks are. Adjust the weight to the current and keep the presentation in the zone instead of just bouncing it off the bottom. Quick sponsor note, shout out to Safe Boat. It turns marine weather, wind, waves, radar, and timing into a clear boating decision-making tool. Use it to think through the launch and return window before leaving the dock. Find Safe Boat boating forecast in the Apple App Store today. Tell us about the weather, Mark.
Well, it's kind of funny you say something about that, the Safe Boat, Captain Jack, because I actually used the Safe Boat Apple app today to get this weekend forecast.
Well, that's excellent.
So there we go.
It is useful, isn't it?
If you don't believe me, just go to the Safe app and check it out there. So anyway, so this weekend we have light winds, low surf, and seas around 2 feet this week. Expect lows around 80 and highs in the 90s with a ton of humidity, with chances of afternoon showers and thunderstorms just like we're used to in this part of the country at this time of the year.
The air's so thick you can cut it with a butter knife.
No kidding there. This weekend is one of the busiest for boat traffic. Please pay attention as you boat in our waters. Be courteous of other boats and exercise patience for the people that really should not be driving a boat. There are a lot of people that rent boats, and from what I have observed, it's probably the first time they've ever driven a boat.
Well, we've seen some of that today already.
We have already seen some of that today. So just be careful, pay attention. This is the busiest weekend of the year for marinas, the ICW, and sandbars. Keep your head on a swivel and watch out for dumb asheries. I'll have y'all look that word up. I'm not going to spell it or even say it again, but there you go.
That's very good advice. All right, we'll talk a little bit about fuel. Just like normal, Legendary Marina is the only marina in our area that's publishing fuel again this week. So diesel's at $5.63.9, gas 87 at $5.49.9, and gas 90 at $5.57.9. Angler Playbook. Start with the cleanest water you can find. Look for bait before committing to a spot. Fish the first trough before making long casts on the beach. If grass keeps fouling the surf rig, move or switch to walking artificials. Move when the bite dies instead of waiting it out. If trout swipe, miss top water, switch to a soft plastic jig, shrimp, or popping cork. Retie after Spanish mackerel hits. Slow down for flounder around cuts, washouts, docks, and sand edges. Let moving water decide when to stay on structure and when to slide on to the next edge. Use the earlier Saturday window and save the most open water plan for the calmer setup.
Well, fans, that's this week's Gulf Coast Fish Report from Bama Beach Life. We hope you enjoy the birthday of America of 250 years of celebration. So God bless America, and everybody be safe out there. And as usual, turn local knowledge into your next great fishing story. And like we always ask, please like or subscribe, and be sure to tell a few friends about it. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
I'm watching the Hells Angels go by. Hang on.
Yes. Now that's funny. When you welcome back. Well, let's see. I guess I'm doing that. We just had the Hells Angels roll by on the Sea-Doo.
The Sea-Doo Hell Angels just rolled by. That was funny. Although I like that orange one though.
Sand fleas, shrimp, fish bites, jigs, soft plastic, and live bait all have a place this week when matched to the... Whoa, I stapled that in. Cut.